Hello, Dr. Shankar. I'm very glad to meet you here in Amsterdam. You have invited me to make an interview with you, especially about your new book, Evolution of Mind, which will be launched in January 2010. So my first question according to this book is, Evolution of Mind, why do you think that this book is so important for humanity?
Yes. It is important, just on the same lines as how important it was when Charles Darwin, the naturalist, professed the evolution by natural selection, though it was not accepted at the time of declaration and it came to be accepted, so too it's necessary for this book to read and to release it to humanity so that man may know the roots of his mind. Through Charles Darwin's book, The Evolution of the Human Species, man has come to understand how he has come to be, his own roots. Man needs to understand the roots of his mind. So that is why it is important that this book has to be in life.
What is mind?
That to me is a very good question again. The mind, as how man takes it to be, is an instrument by which he controls not only his daily life, but life per se. Life with its science, with its sophistication, with its control, is everything attributed to the mind. But man takes it as an entity which controls life, to make it short. If that were the case, then Charles Darwin's evolution of the human species also should be controlled by the mind. But it isn't. Therefore, the same natural selection, the force of natural selection also has a role or underlines how the mind functions. It's not mind which functions life. Mind is functioned by natural selection of life. Mind is not the one which thinks, speaks or does, which man takes it to be so. To man, no matter how sophisticated he may be at this present moment, as per the understanding of Charles Darwin, his evolution has evolved so much that he believes and is convinced to believe that he is the speaker, the thinker and the doer. If he were so, the theory of evolution of Charles Darwin will fall flat to the ground. Man needs to understand that thinking happens to him, speaking happens to him, and doing too happens to him. And this doing, which is actions to man, is not a reality. It is just an optical illusion of an action. Yeah. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, should.
What is the difference between reality and illusion?
That's a good question again. You seem to be asking me a very good question. Reality means that which does not change, that which is eternal, that which is everywhere. That is reality and that is real. Even in the relative terms of the mind, real must fit into those categories. Otherwise, it is not real. The mind takes an appearance to be real. That's how life has meant it to be to the mind so far. It is the life where natural selection has impregnated the mind to be believed and convinced that it is the doer. It isn't. Okay?
Okay.
There you go.
So, can you explain what difference it makes to understand this for a human being? If a human being understands what you say, then he understands he is not the doer, he is not the speaker, and he is not the thinker. So normally man believes he is doing, speaking and thinking. And what is the difference between somebody who has understood what you say in daily life?
Okay. First and foremost, man should understand, which means he cannot bring about the understanding. Understanding too happens to man in the process of natural selection. Now, you ask me why it is important. It is important so that man may realize that it is wise to trust life, which brings out a natural selection of evolution and sophistication. And it's not man who brings it about. Man cannot bring about evolution nor sophistication for the simple reason, the moment in which he is alive, he does not bring about that moment. Man is alive in the moment in which he is alive. Therefore, it is life which makes the moment in which he is alive, and so too his mind. His mind is alive in life as an auditory illusion of sound and not as a physical entity, as is time. Time too is not a physical entity in life, it is a thought in the mind. Therefore, the moment he understands, or the understanding happens to him, that he neither talks nor speaks nor does, though all three happen to him as an optical and auditory illusion of light and sound, he will be relaxed in life. He will be alive in life. He need not have to be worried as to what will happen to life, because life happens to him whether he likes it or not. He simply enjoys the life as a witnesser. Witnesser meaning he who witnesses life happening. He who witnesses and understands that life makes life happen, and it's not man who makes life happen, least of all through his mind.
Sometimes there are happenings in life which man doesn't like. As I understand you right, this understanding of the illusion of the world leads to be happy even then if something happens which I don't like.
Yes, whatever man believes happens in life, he believes it. It's just a belief to him, but not an understanding. If he understands life, he will realize nothing happens in life. Life is just a movement of color, light and sound, forms and shapes. An action is an optical illusion, whereas it's an auditory illusion too in the mind. Therefore, but man is convinced of an action as a reality. Man needs to understand that in life, neither is time exists, nor is anything physically real. There is no anything such as of substance in life. Everything which is known is not of any substance or reality in life. It is just exists as a thought in his mind. Such is the intelligence of life.